And we are live. Welcome back, everybody.
The place,
Let's
the
see.
road to Titusville, where we find Nancy Drew behind the wheel of her blue roadster, pondering this
There we
question.
go.
Why did Emily Crandall,
All
a
right.
girl whom Nancy knows only through
Hello,
their mutual
Trumpet.
friend
Hello,
Helen
Benjamin.
Corning, ask Nancy to...
Welcome, welcome.
Welcome to my latest case, The Secret of the Old Clock. To start, choose Junior or Senior Detective. If you're new to adventure games or need some help, click on Tutorials.
All right. How's everybody doing? Did y'all have a good weekend? I'm gonna title my page real quick for my notes. So, we're playing Secret of the Old Clock. Okay. Got my page ready to go for my notes. Okay. Have my paper. Have my water. Have chat. I'm not used to streaming this early on Mondays. But I think we're ready. Wait a minute. If I can see the mystery, that'll make it a little easier to solve. Oh yeah, that'll help. All right, so I think we're ready to go. Junior Detective, because sometimes I need hints.
The year, 1930. The place, the road to Titusville, where we find Nancy Drew behind the wheel of her blue roadster, pondering this question. Why did Emily Crandall, a girl whom Nancy knows only through their mutual friend Helen Corning, ask Nancy to drive all the way out to the Lilac Inn to see her? Does it have something to do with the fact that Emily's mother died barely a month earlier, leaving Emily to run the restaurant with only her guardian to help her? And more important, why, when she called, did Emily sound so desperate? The spunky teenager turns off the main road, blissfully unaware that Emily isn't all that waits her at the end of the driveway. No, Nancy Drew is about to get her first taste of the mystery, intrigue, and adventure that are to become her destiny.
Nice. Love the vintage vibes. Also, this one, Secret of the Old Clock was the first book, but they have references to a few of the early ones in this one, which is nice because like the early Nancy Drew games, like Stay Tuned for Danger, they had so many references to different Nancy Drew books in that one. The prop room was full of Nancy Drew stuff, and then they kind of got away from that some. So like the games might be inspired by a book, usually one of the more recent ones, but they don't really have all of these references to other books in them, whereas this one does have more because it's Secret of the Old Clock, more or less, but also you're staying at the Lilac Inn, which is, I believe, book 4. Yeah, book 4. The Mystery at Lilac Inn. Oh wow, Lilac Inn established 1908. That's fun. Okay, also love the stained glass. Cool door.
Well, hello. I'll bet my bloomers you're Nancy Drew.
For bloomers. You don't hear enough about, and you don't hear enough people saying they'll bet they're bloomers anymore. Let's see.
That's right. Are you Emily's guardian?
You got it. I'm Jane Willoughby. I'm Emily's guardian, but only for the next 3 months until she turns 18. Then she's on her own.
It smells like someone's been baking pies.
Pies are the Lilac Inn specialty. We get orders from all over. Oh, that reminds me, your father called. You're supposed to call him. You can use the coin phone on the porch. Emily didn't say anything about you coming until just this morning.
All right, You're supposed to call her dad. Also, those are some aggressively plucked eyebrows. It's a little bit of a segue. Yeah. Hi, Benjamin. So, yeah. Yeah, those are some aggressively plucked eyebrows. Yikes. I know it was the fashion of the era, but it's still off-putting.
Is it okay that I'm here?
Don't get me wrong, she can invite anybody here she wants. It's just that she's gotten so darn forgetful lately.
Maybe she's just, still thinking about her mom.
She misses her mom, that's for sure. So do I. Glory and me, we were best friends, you know? The two of us ran this swell little dress shop over in Capital City. But then she got hitched and I didn't. And the next thing I know, she's writing me saying it would sure take a load off her mind if I could take care of her little girl should something ever happen to her.
Alright, let's see.
Emily's father...
died in the war. Cantigny, I think. Anyway, I couldn't say no. I mean, what are best friends for? I just wish I knew how to help Emily.
Help her do what?
She's been acting so... Look, go talk to her. She probably just needs to spend some time with a bearcat like you instead of some dumb Dora like me. Go on up, she's in her room. Just make like a Boy Scout and be prepared.
Okay, now that definitely needs to come back as a common phrase. Make like a Boy Scout and be prepared. That's solid advice. Also, what is a bearcat? She needs to spend time with a bearcat like you. What's a bearcat? Why am I a bearcat? Like, I'm picturing a bearcat, and I'm not sure if I want to be that. This is cool. Okay. Alright, upstairs. Old pictures. Okay. Ooh, I like her rug. Benjamin quotes, "The binturong, also known as the bearcat, is a viverrin native to South and Southeast Asia." Exactly, I'm picturing that. I'm picturing that animal. And I'm not sure why she would need to talk to a bearcat. This room is much nicer than the ones in Secrets Can Kill. It's even got a window seat. Who doesn't love a window seat?
Nancy, hi. Welcome to the Lilac Inn. Oh, and before I forget, thank you for that nice note you sent me when Mom died. It meant a lot to me.
Well, I lost my mom too, years ago. I kind of know how you feel.
You and I may not be best friends or anything, but you're still one of the nicest people I know.
You need to get out more. No.
Well, thank you.
That's why I'm hoping you'll do me a favor. A big favor. You and your dad?
You need a favor from a lawyer? What have you done?
My dad?
Helen says he's a lawyer. Shh.
What's wrong?
I thought I heard something. Your father has a safe, right?
You need to put something in a safe?
See this jewelry? I'd like you to take it home with you and put it in your father's safe.
It's beautiful.
It was my mother's. The few times I saw her wear it, she looked just like a movie star. I was hiding it here in my room, but all things considered, I'd feel a lot better if you would just take it home and have your father lock it up in his safe.
Let's see. All things considered.
What do you mean, all things considered?
Strange things have been going on around here. That's all I can say. I know it sounds loony, and Jane probably told you that I've been acting loony, but please do this for me. What was that?
Emily, come downstairs, quick! The kitchen's on fire!
Come on, we better get out of here.
Why does she look so calm about that? Oh, wait, she's depressed and it's 1930. I bet she's on all the drugs.
This is horrible, just horrible! The
Prescription.
fire chief says the stove was completely destroyed and there's smoke damage everywhere. The inn will have to shut down for months, maybe even for good.
Will insurance cover the damage?
I asked the fire chief the same thing. He said there could be a problem.
What kind of problem?
It looked to him like one of the burners on the stove had been left on. The flame either went out or was never lit, but anyway, something made a spark and boom. He said insurance companies are very reluctant to pay out when things look hinky, and that's when times are good.
Who was in the kitchen this morning?
Emily was the last person to use the stove. Like I said, she's been real forgetful lately. I think she's pretty upset, but it's not her fault. What with her mom passing away barely a month ago, and me showing up, this total stranger who doesn't know the first thing about kids or running a restaurant, and her trying to do everything all by herself. It's just too much, that's all. Who wouldn't go a little off their nut? I better get that. The line to the regular phone got burned up in the fire, so now the only phone we got is the coin phone on the porch. Excuse me.
Oh, no!
Emily?
Oh no.
My mother's jewelry! It's gone! Someone must have stolen it while we were all downstairs. I knew something like this was going to happen. I just knew it.
You mean this sort of thing has happened before?
Yes. No. I'd rather not say, but I will say this. I did not leave the stove on. That fire was not my fault. Oh, what am I going to do? Without that jewelry, I don't have a prayer of paying for a new stove, and without a stove, I'll have to sell the inn, and if I lose the inn... I wish Mom were still here. I wish Josiah Crowley had left us the money like he always said he was going to. That's what I wish.
Who's Josiah Crowley?
He was this old man that lived next door. He died last year. He spent most of his time here at the inn, and he led my mom and me to believe that he'd left a lot of money for us in his will. He gave us a clock, and afterwards, he'd always point to it and get this little twinkle in his eye and say, "Time will tell." But when they finally found his will, he didn't leave us a penny.
Was it for want of a nail, the shoe was lost? For want of a shoe, the horse was lost? For want of a shoe, the rider was lost? Hey, Chiller, welcome, welcome. How you doing? Yeah, so decided to move the stream to earlier today so that we can go back to IKEA. Because we've been talking for a while about, for our kitchen, that we need like a small like rolling island and a coffee station. And we found an island and we picked that up, and we think we found a good coffee station, but we were like, no, let's see how the island is and we'll wait. So we have the island assembled and set up, and I'm legitimately like euphoric about it. Like, it's embarrassing how excited I am about having new furniture item that I can organize my space with. So we're gonna go back and get the coffee station.
Was there a problem finding his will?
It didn't turn up for months. Then finally someone found it in a drawer in Josiah's house. Josiah was kind of a screwball. One time he showed up at my birthday party dressed as my great-aunt Harriet. I didn't know it was really him until 2 days later. Anyway, he had all these weird hobbies, and he always thought it would be really keen to read minds. Josiah invited Richard Topham to move in so Topham could help him develop his paranormal powers right there in his house. Josiah was a sweet old man, and I do miss him. And he was free to give his money to whomever he wanted. But to get our hopes up like that, and then leave us nothing, it just wasn't like him.
Where is Richard Topham now?
He still lives in Josiah's house, which is right down the path out back. His house and the inn were built at the same time by two brothers during the Civil War.
Oh! That's the hidden staircase. Okay. So... Oh gosh, it's been too long since I've read the Bungalow Mystery, so I don't know if this has that one too, but that's 3 of the earliest books so far that they've incorporated into this game. Okay. Then regarding IKEA, Luke says, as Jack from Lost, we gotta go back. Trumpet said, Lost is such a good show. Luke says, I can't even tell you how obsessed I was while it was running. Watched some of the episodes 3 times. Then season 6 happened. Oof. Yeah, how's everyone doing today? Good. I've been feeling all organizy now because I have like storage in the kitchen, and I'm seriously just so excited.
Was your mother's jewelry insured?
Gosh, I forgot about that. I don't know. Jim Archer, I bet he'd know. He's our banker. I guess I should go talk to him.
You don't sound very happy about it.
I'm just so bad at business things. And Jane, my guardian, she tries hard, but she's no good at it either. Maybe you could go talk to him. Please? It would be such a big help.
Who wants to go talk to the bank? Like, legitimately.
Sure.
He runs the Main Street Bank. You can't miss it. I'll call him and tell him you're coming.
How many people knew you kept your mother's jewelry in here?
No one. Well, Jane, my guardian, she knew, but I didn't tell anyone else.
She always says Jane, my guardian. Like, we're gonna forget which Jane she's talking about?
I'll be back in a little bit.
Don't forget to call your father.
All right, will do. Oh, I like her little hats. The Art Nouveau dresser's really neat. Luke, check out this wardrobe. It's like Art Nouveau. I like it. I like it. Vintage sewing machine. Rubaiyat. Gloria, read this and pretty soon this fellow will be your favorite poet too, your pal Josiah. I don't think I understand any of it, and I'm not sure if there's actually clues in here. Yeah, I don't think there's any clues. Alright. Okay. Out we go. Oh, interesting. There's no sewing machine on it, but they have an old sewing machine treadle table in their hallway. That's a nice nod to the mom having been a seamstress. Alright. Oh, cute. Alright, we'll call Carson.
Drop a nickel into the slot, please. There we go. Now, how may I be of service?
I'd like to talk to Carson Drew. His number is KL57187.
Hang on a minute.
Carson Drew speaking.
Hi, Dad.
Well, I see you got to Titusville okay.
I got your message. Is something wrong?
No, everything's fine. I need to get some documents from a colleague over there. I thought since you were in the area, you could pick them up, save him paying postage.
Sure. What's the address?
He said he'd just leave them for you at the telegraph office. Just drive into town and look for Tubby Telegrams. He said you can't miss it.
Will do.
These papers are extremely important, Nancy.
I will pick them up, Dad.
Good. Remember, watch your gas gauge and get gas when you're low so you don't run out. And try to avoid potholes. The more you hit, the likely it is you'll wind up with a flat.
Yes, Dad.
And if you do get a flat, take it off and put on your spare, and then head straight to a gas station and get it fixed.
Yes, Dad.
All right, lecture over. Have you found out why Miss Crandall asked you to visit?
Okay, so that's actually a really good way to have the driving tutorial. Because like none of the previous games have had driving. And so having the like parental lecture on here's how to drive safely, that's a really nice way to get a driving tutorial in. I like that. Luke says you can't miss this because you can't miss it because it's, you know, Tubby. Oh man. Let's see. Also, Nancy picking up papers for her father is in the Secret of the Old Clock book. So,
She wanted me to have you lock her mother's jewelry up in your safe. Only someone stole it before I could take it with me.
Stole it? Good gosh.
That was right after the stove in the kitchen exploded.
The stove exploded? Sounds to me like you'd be well advised to cut your visit there short.
No, I want to find out what's going on. I have to find out what's going on.
You have to?
Well, yeah, you know. Emily just lost her mom, and she's worried about losing the inn, and her guardian's all wet when it comes to helping out, and...
And the truth is, you are so curious that you feel like you'll absolutely burst if you don't find out why all these weird things have been happening, right?
Yes.
Don't worry, I know the feeling. You're a chip off the old block, I'm afraid. Well, as long as you're like me in one other way, you should be fine.
What way is that? Smart?
Careful.
nice.
I met Emily's guardian, Jane. What does a guardian do, anyway?
A guardian is pretty much a surrogate parent. Jane is legally responsible for Emily's physical and financial well-being.
Jane doesn't strike me as being the parental type. In fact, I get the impression she's in way over her head.
Fortunately for her, it's not forever. Most guardianships end when the ward turns 18. And then both Jane and Emily will be free to do whatever they please.
If Emily sells the inn, will Jane get part of the profits?
If she's Emily's guardian at the time of the sale, yes. Are you suggesting that Jane's primary motivation is greed? Good grief, where did you get such a suspicious mind?
I think it was from the person who has always told me that the best way to solve a problem is to look at all the possibilities, Dad.
I did say that, didn't I?
Nice.
If somebody says they're going to leave you something in their will and then doesn't, is there anything you can do about it?
Not a thing. Whatever's in writing is the only thing that counts, unless, of course, the will was tampered with or forged, and you can prove it. If not, you're out of luck. Why do you ask?
Emily's neighbor, Josiah Crowley, told her and her mom that they were going to inherit part of his estate. But when he died, his will left everything to this ESP expert named Richard Topham.
That's too bad, but this Crowley fellow was free to leave whatever he wanted to whomever he wanted, I'm afraid. People do change their minds, you know.
Luke says Lost was good until it turned out they had no idea how to end it. There's a few shows like that. I don't think I even finished the first season of Lost. My brother got really into it for a minute and insisted that I watch it with him, but by that point the show had already ended, and so I knew a little too much about what was coming, and yeah, I couldn't quite get into it then.
Goodbye, Dad.
Take care.
Alright. So Talk to Jim Archer at the bank.
That's done. That's done.
Alright.
That car I saw before is gone.
Okay. Hit the space bar to park. Okay. Ooh. Oh. Let's start with the telegraph office. And I drove right to it. I've played this game a few times.
Something I can do for you?
Well, my name's Nancy Drew, and my father
Say
said
no
that...
more. You're here to pick up some papers. They're in that envelope.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Say, is that your roadster out there?
Yes, it is. Did I park somewhere I shouldn't have?
No, it's just that my regular driver never showed up today, so I've got no way to deliver all these telegrams. How would you like to earn some extra cash?
You mean you want me to deliver them for you?
You've got a car, you're trustworthy, or at least your father thinks you are, so what do you say? I'll pay you 25 cents each time you complete a delivery. And you might even get some tips.
Okay, sure.
Great, you're hired. Here, deliver this to Seymour out at Blenheim Nursery. Come
Wait.
back when you're done and I'll pay you and give you another telegram to deliver.
Great. See you in a little while.
Seymour at the nursery? Hello, Rikush. Welcome back. How you doing? Alright, now we'll go see Jim Archer.
Hello, I'm looking for Jim Archer.
Right through that door. Hello, are you Nancy Drew?
Yes. Are you Mr. Archer?
Yes, ma'am. Jim Archer. I'm founder, president, manager, and just about everything else you can name when it comes to this fine enterprise.
Rikush says, I'm fine. How about you? Glad to hear it. I'm doing well. Moved the stream up to earlier in the day so that I can go to IKEA this evening. Because I'm in an organizing mood, so I need storage.
Did Emily tell you why I'm here?
She just said you were coming and that she'd appreciate it if I would talk to you. Terrible thing, losing her mother like that, then being saddled with that restaurant, especially now.
I meant to ask last time and I didn't, but what is the time difference like? Because it's about 3:30 in the afternoon here.
What do you mean?
Ever since the stock market crashed, one business after another has closed, including banks. President Hoover keeps saying that a recovery is just around the corner, but you have to wonder.
It says 9:30 in the evening here. Fascinating. Well, then the earlier stream definitely worked out well for you. Let's see. Some people say we're headed for a depression. Too relatable.
Is your bank doing okay?
I'm happy to report that we're doing just fine, thank you. Excuse me. Main Street Bank, Jim Archer speaking. No, I don't. I'm sorry, but... Yes, I know, but... All right, then just bring it by.
He's a teddy bear of a man. Look at his face.
Sorry for the interruption. How can I help you?
Do you happen to know whether the jewelry Emily inherited from her mother was insured?
Well, I know for a fact that it was not. Why?
Because someone snuck into the inn today and stole it.
Oh, no. I heard there'd been a fire in the kitchen, but when it rains, it pours, doesn't it? I told Gloria not to let that policy lapse.
He's a little too jolly. Oh, no. Really? Oh, no. This poor young girl is destined for ruin. What?
Why did she let it lapse?
She felt that since Josiah Crowley would be leaving her a large sum of money when he died, or so she thought, paying to insure her jewelry just wasn't necessary.
How well did you know Josiah Crowley?
Well enough for him to name me executor of his will. An executor is the person who makes sure the terms of a will are carried out.
Did he leave you anything?
He'd given me the impression that I would be well taken care of when he passed on, too. But when I finally read his will, it all went to Topham.
Where did Josiah keep his will?
He'd hidden it in a chest of drawers in his house. It took me months to find it. When he named me executor, he said he'd tell me where it was hidden when the time was right, whatever that meant.
How did Josiah die?
He was sitting in the public library reading when apparently his heart just decided it was time to stop.
Probably how I'm gonna go.
What was he reading?
His favorite book, The Make-Up Secrets of Lon Chaney.
Yeah, that's probably how I'm gonna go.
The will you found in Josiah's house. Is it possible that Josiah didn't really write it?
Well, the thought that it could be a forgery did cross my mind. But an expert verified that the will had been typed on Josiah's typewriter and signed in Josiah's hand.
But Richard Topham lived in Josiah's house. He had access to his typewriter, and he could have copied his signature.
As far as the law is concerned, the matter is closed, Miss Drew.
But it's possible that Josiah's real will is still out there. Are you sure he never gave you any clue as to where he'd hidden his will?
Whenever I asked him, he said he'd tell me when the time is right. Although, he got a safe deposit box here about 3 years ago.
Has it been opened?
Topham has tried to claim its contents, but he can't find the key.
If Topham can't find the key, maybe it's because it wasn't in Josiah's house.
Now, Miss Drew, I wouldn't go jumping to any conclusions.
How well do you know Jane Willoughby? You know, Emily's guardian?
Not well at all. Met her once or twice. Seemed a little flighty.
Do you think Emily's going to be able to run the inn by herself?
Times are just too tough. If she's smart, she'll sell before the bills start piling up.
I guess I'll be going.
Nice talking to you.
Not a bad office.
Don't you ever use this typewriter?
That used to be Josiah Crowley's. It was the only thing he left me in his will. Naturally, it doesn't work. The keys always jam.
October 9, 1929. Dear Mrs. Sheldon, here is the trivet I said you could borrow for your party at Twin Elms. Please take care of it because I will want it back someday. Your friend, Josiah C. I wonder if Josiah ever got his trivet back. Who's Clara?
Clara Pickford is this lonely old woman who comes in here every once in a while. Took a shine to me for some reason. Insisted on giving me that picture.
That's a very ugly old woman. Just saying. Jim Archer, my ace in the hole.
Where did you get this clock?
Josiah Crowley gave it to me. It stopped keeping time the minute he walked out the door.
Looks like the key is missing.
Yes, I lost it some time ago.
Okay.
Is this your car?
Yes, it is. Bought and paid for.
We saw that car out by the inn this morning before the fire. Also, I love that the banker has a piggy bank on his desk. I think that's adorable. Alright. Go back, but we'll stop at Blenheim Nursery. Blenheim. Hold on. Why do I know that?
Hello, I've got a telegram for Seymour.
Just leave it on the desk there. I'd, tip you, but as you can see, my hands are filthy.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to doll up some of my plants before this guy named Mr. Martin comes in. He's a big cheese at some oil company, and I'm hoping he... Ow!
Did that plant just bite you?
It did kind of feel that way.
I think I'll be going now. Bye!
What? Hang on, is that whole place like a Little Shop of Horrors reference? What? What?
Hello.
Shh. Do you wish to check out a book? No, thank you. Bye.
Okay, I can't ask them about Josiah dying there.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. Take this to Counselor Alice out at Camp Avondale. Keep up the good work.
Luke says, never seen it. I haven't seen it either, but I know Feed Me Seymour. That's all I've got. Okay.
Hi, I've got a telegram for a counselor here named Alice.
That's me. Hang on. Oh, go dry up, Jason! What a jokester. Anyway, thanks. I'm afraid I don't have any money to tip you.
That's okay. Have a swell day.
Trumpet says I saw it as a kid and it freaked me out. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to see it as a kid. Oh dear. There's something. What was the scariest movie you saw as a kid? Invaders from Mars messed me up.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. Deliver this to Mr. Jones at Vash's Dairy. Keep up the good work.
Dairy. Hey Boomer, welcome, welcome. She's not. But we do get to drive around in this one, which is fun. Okay, Dairy's up this way, I think? Oh, that's Sunnybrook Farm. That's where Rebecca lives. Oh. Okay. Oh. Kikush says it's not really scary per se, but the scene in Matrix where he loses his mouth face really marked me as a kid. Oh. I have not seen that, and that sounds horrifying. Trumpet says I saw a single scene from The Fly. I've never liked arm wrestling since. Oh man. Yeah, The Fly freaked me out. My mom's really into, like, old school horror movies, so I saw a lot of those.
I need to deliver this telegram to Mr. Jones.
That's me, thanks. You can tell me I'm all wet, but I don't have any money to tip you with. Wait a minute, here, how about a nice fresh glass of milk?
No thank you. Bye.
Luke says The Fly and Event Horizon creeped me out. Also used to have nightmares after the paranormal unsolved mysteries. Understandable. I think I saw some Twilight Zone episodes that I was definitely not old enough for, and I'm still not sure I'm old enough for them. There was, as I said, Invaders from Mars.
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money.
Invaders from Mars might be the
And here's
worst.
your next telegram. This one goes to Miss Ross at Sunnybrook Farm. Keep up
Oh
the good
gosh,
work.
the Sunnybrook Farm one is hilarious to me. Alright. Nancy should totally take the offer for raw milk. Oh, definitely. Hard to get a hold of that stuff.
Hi, I have a telegram from Miss Ross.
My name's Rebecca, and I'm only 10, but I'll deliver it to her for you, I promise. I won't let you down or double-cross you or anything like that.
Well, okay. Thank you, Rebecca.
No sweat. I mean, you're welcome.
And... oh, okay, can't go there. There's a cow in the road. Yeah, Invaders from Mars terrified me, and I can't remember how old I was at the time, but I was definitely too young for it when I saw Soylent Green. I was thinking about that the other day. Yeah, there's an awful lot of that movie that still just lives in my head. Maybe I was a little young for that.
That's done.
Okay. I love all the lilac bushes at Lilac Inn. That's nice. Oh. Oh.
Got it. Looks like someone recently had a key appraised.
Okay, let's go to the jeweler next time we're in town. Love the little bridge. Oh, another cute little bridge. Hello, I'm just gonna let myself in.
Over here, Miss Drew. Find the toy mouse and give it to Yuri, would you please? Otherwise, he'll just keep meowing. He hates strangers.
Okay, your cat's weird. Meow. Meow. Whoa, that's a fat cat. Look, it's almost as fat as Mochi. Not quite, but wow. And its eyes point opposite directions. That can't be healthy. Fat and grumpy. Yep. Are you cat shaming it? Mostly because my parents have an extremely fat cat.
Excuse me.
Guess I'd better ask permission before I go looking around.
Fine.
How nice of you to drop by. And thank you for walking instead of parking in the driveway. I'm expecting a pupil. I'd hate for her to have to park on the road.
Boomer says no cat shaming, that's not mice. Hyloceation, you already know your cat is fat. It's not like it's a surprise. Alright. Also, I love how his voice is so very, very obviously like con artist quack. Like, as soon as he starts talking, you know that he's a fake psychic. No real psychic would sound like that.
How did you know who I was?
If one is to teach others how to develop and use their paranormal gifts, it's only logical that one must possess such gifts oneself.
Does that mean you can read minds or tell the future, or what exactly?
The paranormal includes telepathy or communicating by sending and receiving thoughts, extrasensory perception or perceiving that which cannot physically be seen or heard, and psychokinesis, using one's psychic energy to reshape or move objects.
Okay, so he says that he can read my mind and see, I don't know, ghosts or something, and that he can bend spoons with his mind. Oh, what's the name of that song? Move You? Hadn't had that stuck in my head for a while. That's nice.
When I walked in just now, it looked like you were in a trance or something.
I was in the process of trying to make these spoons move by using nothing but my own psychic energy. Have you ever focused sunlight through a magnifying glass until it was a minute yet searing point of light, Miss Drew?
Yeah, I guess.
You see, that's what I do with my cerebral emanations, my thoughts. I focus them until they're a beam of pure energy which ultimately disrupts and transforms the molecular force field surrounding the target object.
So I have a theory that he might be full of himself. I could be wrong. But...
Is that what you teach people in your school? How to beam their thoughts?
I take them through exercises designed to help them increase their output of phantasmic energy. If you want to sign up for an introductory session, I believe I have an opening today.
Ah, he's going to raise my vibrations for me. I think I'm good.
What I'd really like to do is talk about Josiah Crowley.
Oh, I'm afraid I'm busy, young lady, far too busy to engage in idle conversation.
Luke says he kind of sounds like Spencer Clavin. I wish I could refute that. Alright, enjoy your lurk chiller, enjoy your lurk lociation. Let's see.
When would be a good time for me to come back?
I'll be blunt, Miss Drew. I've discovered that the more time I spend with the, shall we say, intellectually unendowed, the more my cerebral pulsations seem to diminish. I'm afraid I cannot speak to you further unless and until you prove that you are worthy. That is, that your brainwaves are not unacceptably inferior and thus deleterious to mine.
He just said that I'm so stupid that being around me makes him more dumb. I mean, I've met people like that, but also, sheesh. Boomer says I used to be full of myself, but then I started diluting with coffee. Man. Like, he just said that I'm so dumb that being around me makes him dumb.
My brainwaves are just fine, Mr. Topham.
What I have here is an exercise in logic. If you can discern the correct solution, then I'll know that conversing with you will do me no psychic harm. You may take it with you.
When I speak, I cause him psychic damage. Can I just tell people conversing with you is doing me psychic harm?
Good luck and good day.
Like, you need to stop with this talking thing because you're doing me psychic harm. Alright, well this one's all wet.
That looks right.
Yeah. Doll up.
Am I smart or what?
Boomer says psychic damage. Wait till you see my capabilities of physical damage. Chiller says roll 1d4 psychic damage. Benjamin, Nancy Drew just constantly casting Hellish Rebuke. Right? If I could actually say something that would cause someone psychic damage by me talking, that would be different. Alright, this one's double cross.
I'm getting there.
Dry up.
That looks right.
Big cheese.
Am I smart or what?
I'd take a big cheese. Okay. That's it.
Am I to assume that you have the correct solution to that logic problem?
Right here.
Let's have a look. Why, you appear to have indeed found the solution. Well, since you've proved yourself to be intellectually above average, which means talking to you should do me no harm, what would you like to talk about?
You know that George Carlin bit about think how dumb the average person is and then consider that's the average, so 50% of the population is dumber than that? So I don't know about this intellectually above average thing. Oh, thank you. Alright.
Would it be okay if I looked around?
Go right ahead. The place is more like a museum than a house. Josiah was a man of many, many interests. I'll be right here if you have any questions.
Yeah, I'll have questions. Give me a minute.
Was this Josiah's clock?
Everything in here was Josiah's.
Oh, interesting. A little puzzle. Let's see, yeah. Is that Taco Bell? It is the Taco Bell. Boomer says this guy is no Patrick Jane. Nope, definitely not. There we go. Okay. Okay. Oh.
this mirror's doing in here.
Well, I found a secret in Josiah's clock. Ooh. Luke, we need one of these. Aww, so cute.
As you'll soon realize, Josiah's mental faculties were starting to go, I'm afraid. He tended to ramble. Very little of what he wrote in there makes sense.
Maybe not to you, but you're so dumb that when you talk, I take psychic damage.
What are you when you win Bard Bounce? What poet is the cat's meow? What will Para, my miniature golf course, get you? What's Gloria's middle name?
Okay. Well, we already know the poet because he had the Rubaiyat, so Omar is the poet.
Becoder is in the rivet. 2 to the right.
Benjamin says, I want the helicarter. Yes! Which, if you're going to make a car fly, I feel like it needs to be a vintage car. Talk tickety boo! Okay, decoder is in the trivet. Room off tunnel by scrambled picture. Open the big tick-tock on top. Give Flute, Thisbe, and Pyramus their cues. Bottom's cue is a note to Gloria. Home on the golf course sounds like numbers. Ah. And there's the note that he had typed on that typewriter ribbon we saw. I like all of his random stuff. I might be too easily entertained. Also, cool carousel horse. It's purple. Who doesn't want a purple horse?
What do you do with these?
I put them on the windshields of cars parked in the area. Great advertising.
Ever put them on cars at the Lilac Inn?
All the time. I've gotten quite a few pupils that way.
Putting physics to work in the modern world. Okay. Okay, radiometer spins when you shine light on it. Okay. Gotcha. Fun.
The man on stage in this picture, is that Josiah?
Yes, that's from a production of A Midsummer Night's Dream that he directed and starred in. It closed after 2 nights, but he didn't care. He loved that play.
I mean, for a play that you're putting on yourself, 2 nights isn't too bad of a run. Okay.
Please don't go in there.
Okay. There is a book, like a kid's book, that I liked. Kids book, Young Teens. It's absolutely dreadful, but it runs on Rule of Cool, so it's fine. And one of the like magical items that they discover in it is like a 1920s.
Oh, a miniature golf course. Swell.
a 1920s Jaguar car that has a glass dome over the top and flies. It's fantastic. Alright, let's play miniature golf. Shoot. Golf ball game. Oh. Alright, figure out the sequence. Okay. I can figure this out. Alright, stick with the flag on it. Here's that means the correct color and correct position. Stick means correct color, wrong position. Okay. And the order of the sticks has nothing to do with the order of the balls in the solution. Okay. One of them's correct. Ooh, less is correct. Okay. So orange is in it, but either blue or purple is not. Ah! Okay, solved the whole thing on the third try.
Interesting.
Okay. Then it has numbers highlighted, so got 1, 2. What's clock? Is it the sun? And before. I didn't realize just what I've done. It's far too bright. 2. What havoc create? Not too bright. Alright. 1, 2, 4, 2, 8, 2, 7. Okay. Alright, let's play mini golf. Oh, that was almost a hole-in-one, man. Okay. Good enough. Okay, not bad. Okay. That's pretty good for me. Oh,
I hit it too hard.
it still went in. It's fine. Boomer asked, ever play golf with your friends? Is that like a mobile game or something? The middle one? Online game. I have not. None of my IRL friends are gamers. So I haven't really done online games and stuff. Oh, that one's good. Okay. Up you go. Oh, come on. All right, I'm not making par on this hole. Says, great game. Depending on the settings, can be chill or hardcore. We usually argue and scream a lot while playing with friends. Interesting. Okay, there we go. Okay. Oh, come on. I hate this hole. It's the worst. Oh, come on.
I hit it too hard.
It's fine, Nance.
Hooray!
Oh, man. Okay. Made it. Scorecard here, win a prize.
A little toy pony.
A very, very bright red toy pony. Okay. All right. We also need to know Gloria's middle name and what you win when you, or what you are when you win Bard Bounce. The horse of a different color. Indeed it is.
So, is Emily all right?
Someone stole her mother's jewelry.
What?
She was showing it to me just before the explosion. Now it's gone.
Someone stole it while everybody was rushing around trying to put out the fire? Hypers! If you can't trust a fireman, who can you trust?
Are you sure no one besides you and Emily was in the kitchen this morning?
Positive. Well, I suppose someone could have snuck in the back door. Are you saying someone caused that fire on purpose? To distract us?
It's possible, don't you think?
But I'm the only one who knew she had that jewelry. Well, it's not quite true. When Gloria was alive, she could have told people about it, or people may have seen her wearing it. And when she died, they knew the jewelry had to be around here somewhere, right?
Does anyone in particular come to mind?
Sorry. It's been hard enough getting to know Emily, let alone anyone else in this backwater burg. Well, guess better go call the sheriff.
Have you met Richard Topham?
Yeah, I've had the displeasure of meeting that quack.
You don't think he can help people develop their psychic powers?
The only thing he's good at is separating little old ladies and dim-witted rubes from their hard-earned cash. In fact, he came over while they were putting out the fire today. Asked me who you were, and I was so frazzled at the time, I told him. I don't usually give that crackpot the time of day.
And that would be how he knew our name.
Does everybody around here feel that way about him?
Not everybody. Like that circus fella said, there's a sucker born every minute. Me? I think ESP is a lot of J-U-N-K.
Does the miniature golf course that's out back belong to the inn?
No, that was Josiah Crowley's. Way I hear, he built it himself.
Stole what?
Was it open to the public?
Nope, it was just his own private little course. Can you imagine? Wish I had money to throw around like that.
What was Emily's mom's middle name? Do you remember?
Of course I do. It was... Oh, piffle. It's right on the tip of my tongue. It was... It'll pop into this feeble brain of mine one of these days. Why don't you just go ask Emily?
Well, I'll talk to you later.
Bye now.
We don't currently have any proof that he stole the jewelry. She probably has fake pearls, to be fair. Boomer says, now I want my own private putt-putt. Right? Chiller asks Piffle. Nonsense. Oh, this is cute. I like this room. Just what a load of piffle. Bard Bounce, a game based upon A Midsummer Night's Dream, a play by William Shakespeare. Do Shakespeare proud by using the arrows to move each man to the woman with whom he belongs. Remember, love is never easy. Whenever you move someone, he will keep going until he hits an obstacle, another character, or the end of the row, so plan ahead. Okay, oof. Alright. That one just needs to get to that side. And that one just needs to be able to get to the bottom. Okay. Okay, hold on. Maybe? That is the fastest I've ever beaten that. Wow. I'm not getting dumber. Probably. Oh yeah, I'll be trying to design a Secret of the Old Clock House at some point too.
Looks like I need to get the bird from one side to the other.
Boop. Okay. Ah.
Looks like this lever opens the couch.
Oh, how interesting. Hello. Oh.
From the looks of those lanterns, I'm not the only one who's been down here recently. An old piggy bank. Swell, $1. This piggy bank looks like it's been here for a long time.
Hey, we found $1.
I wonder if those tiles are supposed to make a picture.
Well, the letters are easy. Okay. And there's the moon. So there we go. Okay, the moon makes it a little easier too. Then there's a dude. Still missing part of his hand. Okay, that looks reasonable. And guessing this stuff goes over here. So that's like the biggest open space. That one goes there. This one goes here. Aha! Like, again, I know these puzzles are supposed to be solvable by like 9-year-olds, but I still feel smart when I beat them.
Guess I better not leave the lights on. Jeepers, that sounds like Richard Topham. This door must open right into his living room.
Go, good kitty.
Okay, he's petting Yuri. Let's not go up there and risk getting caught. Okay, and didn't that mean... Sheesh. Okay, didn't the note say that there should be, like... another room near that one?
What was that?
Nancy, you're giving yourself the heebie-jeebies and you're taking me with you. Quit that.
What was that?
Oh, stop. It's fine.
Guess I better not leave the lights on.
Wait, who else is even going to be down here? Alright. Ooh. Okay. We'll need these. So... Dot. Add water. Fresh water. Try to write these down real quick. So, have a this way. And a not this way. Kind woman. I already knew that one. It's got little whiskers. Okay. Gentleman. And hit the road. Okay. All right, that's half of them. Wonder why 210 is thieves. Keep quiet. Okay. Barking dog. Ugh. Barking dogs freak me out. Okay, so a box with a dot in it is something bad. Sky's the limit. And authorities and authorities. Nothing here. Okay, boom. And story of horse who could do arithmetic. Alright. Yeah, nice little room. Okay. We'll ask Emily about her mom's middle name.
Hi, Nancy.
What was your mother's middle name?
Lois. Why?
Oh, just curious.
Okay.
Is the clock in the parlor the one Josiah gave you?
Yes. I don't know why he gave it to us. It's never worked, and nobody can open it to find out why.
Did Josiah ever say anything about hiding his will somewhere?
No, but he was always hiding stuff. I know because he was always writing reminders to himself about how to find it. But whenever the subject of his will came up, he'd just say he was happy knowing we were going to be happy when he passed on. Time will tell. That's all he'd say.
Do you have any idea where Josiah may have hidden a safe deposit box key?
He could have hidden it anywhere. He always said his favorite hiding place was right under people's noses.
Ah, it's hidden in a fake mustache.
I'll be back in a little bit.
You're the bee's knees.
Ah, thanks. I think you're the cat's pajamas. Let's see.
Check.
That's done.
Check.
That's done. I'm finished with that. That's done.
Check.
Okay.
I'm finished with that. That's done. That's done.
Check.
Okay. So, want to check out this since we have it now. Okay, so Bard Bounce. Hang on. You play Bard Bounce. You are keen. Okay, boop. Oh, thank you. And then the next one was Poet, right? Oh. Yes, Omar. And then what you win on the mini golf course, which is a pony. Bright red though, so I think it might be a phony pony. I don't think real ponies are that color. Pony. And then moats. Oh. Is it the horse from Red Dead Redemption? I haven't played. Ooh, okay. We have a dominoes game. Oh, this is the only one like this. This is the only one like this. That has to go there, and that has to go there. We only have 1, 5, so that has to go there. Goes there. That goes there. Goes there, and this goes here. Right? Does it need power or something? Maybe it needs power.
I wonder what goes here. Something about this clock reminds me of the poem I saw at the mini golf course.
It's got the same moon pattern. So, okay. 1, 2, 4, 2, 8, 2, 7. Ring. Okay. We got another of those little mirrors. Freshwater fish of the Midwest. Okay. Interesting.
A radiometer. Keen.
Keen. Okay, the mirrors fit there. Currently have 3 of them.
I wonder what goes here.
I think there's 2 more? Maybe? No, it's like just 1 more. Okay, we'll have to go back to the bank. Alright, we got this. Back into town we go. We have several errands to run.
I've only got half a tank of gas left. I should gas up before I forget.
Good point, Nancy.
Hello, are you Mr. Waddell?
So what if I am?
I found this receipt, and I just wondered what you could tell me about it.
Let me see that. 1 key, determine resale value, item 493. Oh yeah, this was for that key Jim Archer wanted me to appraise.
Jim Archer wanted you to appraise a key?
It was very ornate, had jewels all over it. Fake jewels, as it turned out. When I told him it was worthless, the cheapskate refused to pay me and told me to keep it.
Do you think I could have it?
Sure, once you pay the appraisal fee.
Which is?
$1.50.
Here you go.
Good, here's the key. Enjoy.
Alrighty. Well, we have a key now. Find the gas station.
Welcome to Zippy's, where zipless service is zippily zapped and zippy service is the zippiest. Fill her up?
Just 50 cents worth, please.
Okay.
That'll be 50 cents.
Here you go.
Thank you, miss. Anything else?
No, thank you.
Drive zippily.
Alrighty. Oh, I'll be zippy, thank you.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. Deliver this to Dr. Bob out at the observatory. Keep up the good work.
Okay. Gonna stop by the bank while I'm here. Chiller says I miss 50-cent gas. Seriously, right? Boomer says, ah, memories. I'll take $1's worth. Gosh. Like $1's worth of gas now might get you to the end of the block, depending on traffic.
Hello again.
Was that your car I saw parked near the Lilac Inn this morning?
I haven't been there in months. You saw someone else's car. It's a very popular make and color, you know.
Luke says, I never got it that cheap and I still miss it anyway. That about sums it up, yeah.
I just wonder what it was doing there.
Probably just someone sneaking onto that miniature golf course that Josiah built back there. Or bootleggers. I hear they frequent that area too.
Okay. Random bootleggers, that's fine.
What's your opinion of Richard Topham?
Interesting gentleman who's in an interesting line of work.
Do you think he really does what he says he can do?
He makes a living doing whatever it is he does, so obviously someone thinks he's the real deal.
The key that you had Mr. Waddell appraise, could that be the key to the clock that Josiah Crowley gave you?
It might have been, I suppose. You know about that?
I found the receipt on the path to Richard Topham's house.
Really? I thought I'd thrown it out. You see, when he told me the key was worthless, I lost all interest in it.
So, it would be all right if I kept the key for myself?
I have no use for it. In fact, if you want that old clock, you can have it too.
I guess I'll be going.
Come back anytime.
I would love to take the weird old clock if the game let me.
It would sure be nice to be able to open this thing.
We have the key, we can. Oh no, okay. Guessing that one goes there. This one probably over here. Oh, there's another big one. Okay. Down here or so? Oh, wait. They have lines on them. I don't know if I ever noticed the lines. Okay, like that. And there, maybe? And over here. Right, so I think these lines should make a continuous line. Oh, okay, I'm really glad they put the lines on there. Okay, boom. And let's deliver a couple telegrams. You can see the observatory. I think is this way, right? So I think if we keep delivering them, we get one that takes us out to Twin Elms.
I'm supposed to deliver this telegram to Dr.
And we
Bob.
need to talk to her.
That would be me. Thank you.
Wow, that's a big telescope.
Come back after dark and I'll let you take a look. You can consider it your tip.
I may just do that. Bye-bye.
Okay. Alright, back to the telegram office.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. Deliver this to Miss Temple at Lowood Academy. Keep up the good work.
Okay, Lowood Academy has to be from something, right? I don't recognize it off the top of my head, though.
Hello, I've got a telegram for Miss Temple.
I am she. We teachers don't get paid much, you know.
I understand. Did this by any chance used to be the Brewster Academy?
Why, yes it did.
Thought so. Bye.
Okay, see, I don't get that reference. It has to be a reference to something.
Did you deliver that telegram?
Otherwise, why would Nancy know about it?
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. This one goes to Dr. Ackerman out at the Deer Mountain Resort. Keep up the good work.
Deer Mountain Resort, I think it's this one. Whoop.
Hello, I'm delivering a telegram to Dr. Ackerman.
I shall deliver it to the good doctor forthwith. He rarely tips, and I never do.
That's okay. Bye.
Back. Yeah, I've played this a few times.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. This one's for Old Man Johnson out at his farm. Keep up the good work.
Old Man Johnson? Out at his farm. Where's the Johnson farm? Do I know that one? Oh. Apparently I do.
Are you Mr. Johnson?
Maybe. Who are you?
Well, my name's Nancy Drew, and if you are Mr. Johnson, I've got a telegram for you.
Well, thank you. Hey, you want a tip?
Sure.
Buy low, sell high.
Thanks, I'll remember that.
Boomer says if your first name is Old Man, of course you have a farm. This is true. Like Old MacDonald. It's a requirement.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. Go to the railroad station and deliver this to Willie Joe. Keep up the good work.
Is that a reference to Petticoat Junction? I think that's in reference to Petticoat Junction.
Hi, I'm supposed to deliver this telegram to Willie Joe. Is that you?
No, I'm Willie Joe's Uncle John. I see that she gets it, though.
She?
She, with a capital S.
Well, bye.
Yeah, that's Petticoat Junction, right?
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. Take this to Phil Connor out at Krollmeister Nails. Keep up the
Here's
good
Uncle
work.
Joe. He's moving kinda slow.
I have a telegram for Phil Connor.
I'm Phil. Thank you. I got a tip for you. Here.
Ow, that's a nail.
That's what we make here. Nails. Beauty, ain't she?
Thanks, but no thanks, Mr. Connor. Bye.
Just hands you a random nail. Like, isn't this pretty? Good to love your work, I
Did you
guess?
deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. This one here is for Helen C. White. She's at the library. Keep up the good work.
I have a telegram here for...
Shh! You're in a library. Sorry. This telegram is for Helen C. White. Who? Helen C. White. Bill and Steve Wright.
Helen C. White.
Shh!
Here.
A telegram for Miss White. I'll give it to her. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What?
Never mind.
Shh.
Oh, man.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. This one goes to Molly out at Vash's Dairy. Keep up the good work.
Okay. See what we can do. Sometimes there are cows in the road.
Hi, Mr. Jones. I've got a telegram here for Molly.
She's in the milking shed. I'll give it to her. Say, I got some freshly churned butter here.
That's okay. Bye.
I would take the freshly churned butter. Why would you turn that down, Nancy? What do you have against butter? Aren't you from, like, Wisconsin or something?
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. Here's one for Audrey out at Blenheim Nursery. Keep up the good work.
Like, what kind of proud daughter
Only
of the
got half a
Midwest
tank of gas left.
turns
I should
down
gas up before
butter?
I forget.
Alright, the telegrams out to the plant nursery are for Seymour and Audrey. It's definitely Little Shop of Horrors.
Welcome to Zippy's, where zipless service is zippily zapped and zippy service is the zippiest. Fill her up?
Just 50 cents worth, please.
That'll be 50 cents.
Here you go.
Drive zippily.
Yeah, I can't buy a proud daughter of the Midwest who turns down freshly churned butter. Whoop. I'm not a good driver.
Hello, I've got a telegram here for Audrey.
I'll see that she gets it. Just leave it on the desk. My hands are still really filthy.
That's okay. Bye.
Whoops. Crunch.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. Take this to Margaret Judson at the Deer Mountain Resort.
I keep
up the good
hoping
work.
that we'll get the one for Twin Elms, because I'm so positive that as soon as I give up and just go to Twin Elms myself, the next telegram I get to deliver will be to Twin Elms. I just know it.
Hello. I have a telegram here for Margaret Judson.
She'll be delighted, I'm sure. I'll take it to her. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay. Well, we have made our money back from
Did you
the
deliver that
appraisal fee
telegram?
for that key.
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. This one goes to Counselor Ed out at Camp Avondale. Keep up the good work.
Alright, Camp Avondale. Let's go this way. And around this way. Come on, Nance.
Hi, Alice. Is Counselor Ed around? He has a telegram.
I think he's down at the swim dock. I'll take it to him.
Thank you. Bye.
Alright. Okay. Yeah. Maybe she's a margarine
deliver that
girl. I don't
telegram?
know.
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. This one's for Mrs. Perkins at Sunnybrook Farms. Keep up the good work.
Oh dear. Okay.
Hi, Rebecca. I'm supposed to deliver this to Mrs. Perkins.
You better let me deliver it. Mrs. Perkins can be very grumpy, even when my curls are at their curliest and my dimples are at their dimpliest, and I'd much rather she yell at me than you.
Well, okay. Thank you, Rebecca.
You're welcome.
See, that's hilarious to me because I grew up watching the Shirley Temple movie. It was Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm. Boomer says in today's news, the bridge is out due to damage from an unknown driver.
Did you deliver that telegram?
Unknown to
I
me
sure
too.
did.
I don't know.
Good for you.
Well,
Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. Deliver this to Professor Randall out at the observatory. Keep up the good work.
okay. Oh man. Alright. Observatory. Alright, deep into the woods we go.
Hello, Dr. Bob. I've got a telegram for Professor Randall.
I'll give it to him later. As you can see, he's a little busy at the moment.
What's he doing up there?
He's undertaking the very delicate task of cleaning the lens.
Uh-oh.
Randall! What have you done?
I'll be going now.
Chiller says no 10-year-old speaks like that. If she's played by Shirley Temple, she might. Hence the curls and the dimples.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. This goes to Mr. Brocklehurst out at Lowood Academy. Keep up the good work.
At least we're close to that one. Whoops. I'm so gonna lose a tire at some point.
Hello, Miss Temple. I've got a telegram from Mr. Brocklehurst.
He's in class. I'll give it to him. He too gets paid very little.
That's okay.
Alright. Yeah, I'm about ready to just drive out there by myself. no telegram.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. Go down to the railroad station and deliver this to Lizzie Joe. Keep up the good work.
Okay, the railroad station is totally Petticoat Junction. Alright, we're going to Twin Elms.
Mrs. Sheldon?
Ooh.
Yes?
My name's Nancy Drew. I'm a friend of Emily Crandall's.
Get on with it, dear.
I was wondering, would it be possible for me to see the trivet you borrowed from Josiah Crowley?
You may not only see it, you may have it. Once I find it, that is. Unfortunately, I've an errand to run, so I can't look for it right now.
Maybe I could run the errand for you. I have a car.
So I see. Rather expensive car at that. Very well, Miss Drew. Go fetch my bridge cards from Miss Drakowski, and upon your return I shall present you with that trivet.
Who's Miss Drakowski?
The local telephone operator. You can find her at her house, or Titusville Telco, as she insists on calling it. The switchboard is in her parlor. As you can imagine, she never entertains. I, on the other hand, am expecting company within the hour, so do hurry.
Alrighty.
I've only got half a tank of gas left. I should gas up before I forget.
So many errands to stack. Alright, we'll deliver the telegram so that we just have to go to the telegram office next
Hi, Uncle
time.
John. This telegram must be for Willie Joe's sister, Lizzie Joe.
Right you are. I'll take it to her. Last I heard, they were fussing at each other out by the tracks.
Bye now.
Fussing at each other.
Welcome to Zippy's, where zipless service is zippily zapped and zippy service is the zippiest. Fill her up?
Just 50 cents worth, please.
The zippy guy's a little high energy for me.
That'll be 50 cents.
Here you go.
Drive zippily.
Titusville Telco. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah?
Are you Miss Drakowski?
Yeah? And you are?
Nancy Drew. I'm a friend of Emily Crandall's. You know, at the Lilac Inn.
Oh, yeah! I put you through to your father, didn't I? You pick up those papers for him yet?
Actually, Wait a minute. How did you know about that?
See this headset I'm wearing? I plug it in and what do you know? I hear things. Look, I'm kind of pressed for time. Going to a party and it takes me a while to get dolled up. What do you need?
Mrs. Sheldon asked me to pick up her bridge cards from you.
Tell you what, I'll get you those cards if you drive that fancy car of yours over to the orphanage and pick up some raffle tickets from Mrs. O'Shea. I should be able to unload a ton of them tonight.
I'd be happy to.
Good, I gotta go. Yeah, I'm coming.
Who says maybe it's Ben Gesserit? Oh man, I can't remember how to pronounce it. The people from Dune. Ben Gesserit, 10-year-old. Maybe.
Excuse me, are you Mrs. O'Shea?
Yes?
My name is Nancy Drew, and...
Stephen, put that down this instant! We do not run with sticks in our hands! Or in our mouths!
Oh boy.
You were saying?
Miss Drakowski asked me to pick up some raffle tickets from you.
Oh, yes, the raffle tickets. The fact of the matter is
Elsie, no hitting!
I can't even think about those raffle tickets right now. I promised the children they'd each get a toy for going a full week without breaking anything. And I'm short 5 toys.
Do not eat that, Clarence!
Would you like me to get 5 toys for you?
Oh, goodness, if you could do that, I'd be forever grateful. They can be any kind of toy at all. The children aren't the least bit picky.
Of course it tastes bad, Clarence. It's a pine cone.
I better go rinse out his mouth before... Oh, would you look at that? He's actually chewing it.
You're not a squirrel, Clarence. Spit that out this instant.
Oh gosh. Ooh, what kind of chicken? Boomer says that those were the original Spice Girls. Could be. chicken sounds good. Coconut fried. What? I'm not a coconut fan, but I'm curious. Hang on.
Maybe I could buy some toys for the orphans in here.
We have almost $6. And I believe the horse counts as one toy. So let's get the doll.
Two toys down, 3 to go.
Okay. Ooh. He says, wow, how do you get the coconut to fry the chicken for you? Do the teddy bear.
That makes 3 toys.
Then let's do the plane. Planes are always good.
4 toys. I just need 1 more.
And let's do the car. That'd be like a fun modern thing at that time, right? Okay.
5 toys. That's all I need.
Ooh, coconut oil is really good for frying. I was picturing like a coconut crusted chicken, and it's like, I don't know. But coconut oil? Luke, I might be getting hungry. Oh.
Hi, do you have 5 toys for me?
I certainly do.
Oh, that's wonderful. You're such a saint, you hear me? A saint. I'd better get these inside before the children see them. Thank you so much.
Mrs. O'Shea, the raffle tickets?
Oh, the raffle tickets? I don't have them, dear. You'll have to pick them up from Phelps Print Shop. Then just take them straight to Mr. Kowski.
We don't pull hair, Ralphie. Especially when we have jelly on our hands.
Phelps Print Shop. Wonderful.
Says I might already be hungry. Oh, I know. I can hear you snacking.
Sorry, young lady. I'm about to close.
I'm just here to pick up the raffle tickets you printed for Mrs. O'Shea.
Oh, darn it. I did tell her I'd have those done today, didn't I? Well, I'm sorry, but they're just gonna have to wait until tomorrow.
Oh, but I need to have them today.
And I need to go fishing.
Fishing?
My brother-in-law thinks he's hot stuff because he caught an 18-inch largemouth bass this morning. So I bet him I could catch a 19-incher by the end of the day. And if I do, I get his stamp collection. And if I don't, he gets mine. And since stamp collecting is about the only hobby I can afford these days, I am going fishing.
I know. You stay here and print those raffle tickets, and I'll go fishing for you.
Not everybody can catch a 19-inch largemouth bass, you know. It takes skill and muscle and brains. Bass are pretty smart.
I can do it, Mr. Phelps.
You better be right, because you're not getting those raffle tickets until I get my 19-incher. You can use my gear. I left everything out at the fishing hole.
Great. I'll see you later.
I do actually quite like this sequence. I like the run an errand for this person so that you can run an errand for this person to run an errand for this person thing. I like the variety.
First thing I need to do is bait my hook. Ooh, yuck. Now I toss this in the water, and when the bobber goes under the water, I need to pull the line up fast.
Okay. I think this was what the little book said.
I caught one!
Well, that's a smallmouth bass, not a largemouth bass. Largemouth bass look like this. But whatever, it's the correct size.
Looks like 19 inches to me.
It is not a largemouth
I
bass.
should get this fish to Mr. Phelps before the smell gets any worse.
it doesn't even remotely resemble a largemouth bass. Whatever.
Let's see what you got in there. How about that? You did it. Here, let me take it from you.
Please do. I think it's starting to get a little ripe.
Just rest yourself a minute while I get those raffle tickets. There you go. 10 dozen tickets to the annual Orphans Benefit. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go make a telephone call.
To your brother-in-law?
Yeah, the one who used to collect stamps.
Bye.
Okay. It does drive me absolutely nuts that they used the wrong fish.
Hi, you got those raffle tickets for me?
I sure do.
Great. And here are Mrs. Sheldon's bridge cards. One of the gals spilled Moxie all over them, but I cleaned them up real good, so let's not tell Mrs. Sheldon, okay?
Okay. Thanks for your help, Miss Jakowski.
Thanks for your help. Bye now.
Wonder what Moxie tasted like. Oh, there's a cow. Not allowed to run over the cow, you know. You have to wear an ankle monitor.
Do you have my bridge cards?
Right here.
Good. And here is Josiah's trivet. I didn't realize when I asked to borrow it that it was such an eyesore. But once a sumptuous dish of my buff stroganoff was
Buff?
placed atop it, I assure you, no one noticed. Now do run along. My guest will be arriving any minute, and that dress of yours, it's, well...
I like this dress. It's very flouncy.
Why is she serving buff stroganoff? Is beef stroganoff not good enough? Yeesh.
I've only got half a tank of gas left. I should gas up before I forget.
Next time. Okay.
Hi, Nancy.
I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay.
You're the best.
Flouncy dress. Oh, that's the Ballad of Bridget. Okay. Let's try listening to the creepy
Would it be okay if I
corner
played a record?
Sure.
Okay, can't look at that while it's playing.
I'll never forget the night it all began. That dark, stormy, fateful night when I decided the time had come to rid the world of the creature. But it would take money to do that, and to get money, I needed to confront my arch enemy, Nick, who had recently become able to transform himself fittingly into a giant warthog.
Okay.
When his forest hideaway came into view, I dismounted and approached the door on foot so I could take him by surprise. My fear that he would hear me proved groundless, for a terrible storm began to rage, washing away the sound of my footsteps. I peered through the rain-streaked window beside his front door and could see him sitting in front of the fire. He had returned to human form, but the malicious smile on his face suggested that he was recalling his recent porcine exploits. Seeing that the door was unlocked, I hurled it open and marched across the room toward him. "Step away from that bottle of warthog potion," I commanded, "and give me the 20 gold coins you stole from my poor servant." "I'm not going to give you a thing, save, perhaps, a taste of my sword." And with that, he drew his sword. In an instant, I had drawn mine, and so commenced the fiercest sword fight the world had ever known. The storm raging outside paled in comparison to our battle. To my surprise, Nick's experiences as a lower life form seemed to have improved his skill as a swordsman. I feinted, I parried, and yet victory eluded me. And soon I began to feel my strength ebbing from me. I was tiring rapidly. Summoning every ounce of what little energy remained in my body, I lunged at him one last desperate time. Ouch! Why, you wounded me! I had managed to wound him on his right arm, just above the elbow. Curse you! His words, punctuated as they were by an untimely clap of thunder, sent a shiver down my spine. "Save your breath," I intoned, "and give me those gold coins." "Here, take your precious coins." He tossed the bag of coins onto a chair, but as I reached for them, he reached for his bottle of potion, and in a matter of seconds, my night had gone from bad to horrible.
Luke, thoughts? Okay. Defeat. Yeah. Thunder. Bow. Rain. Key. Door. F. Steps. E. Sword. L. And W. Goodfellow. Pumbaa's origin story. Help.
Hi, Nancy. I'll be back in a little bit.
You're the bee's knees.
Eek. Okay, let's see if that's all of the mirrors.
If I could let some light in here, I might be able to reflect it off these mirrors.
Okay, that one's wrong. Oh, it reshuffled them. Okay. Alright, let's try this again then. Yeah, that goes there. That goes there. Goes there. Right? Yeah. This goes here. This goes here. There. There. Oh, this time it works. Okay. Okay.
Something tells me I need to adjust the mirrors so that the light bounces off of them and onto that radiometer.
The something is his old notebook. Okay, so... Other way. We'll go all that way. About this one. Over to here. Other way, thank you. This one. And then this one over to here. Boom. Ha 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 ha. Oh. Oh yeah. Marcel's band.
I've seen these symbols before. They were in that newspaper story about hobos.
Okay. Ordered new quartz from Krollmeister Crystal Company. Have Waddell cut the blank. Okay.
Maybe I should ask Richard Topham if this crystal ever got delivered.
Boomer says Nikola Tesla meets Rube Goldberg. Yes. Like, can there be anything better?
Hello, Miss Drew.
Hello, Mr. Topham.
Now what?
When and how did you meet Josiah Crowley?
Last summer, while on my way to the university for a conference, I stopped for a bite at the Lilac Inn. Since it was crowded and I was in a hurry, I agreed to share a table with an elderly gentleman who, like me, was by himself. As soon as I told Mr. Crowley who I was and what I did, well, he insisted that I give him a training session that very afternoon, and was so thrilled with his progress that he demanded I stay and teach him everything I knew.
He was a good student?
The best. He had his annoying little habits, but his desire to realize his psychic potential was unparalleled.
Were you surprised when you found out that Josiah had left you everything?
Delighted? Yes. Surprised? Not really. Josiah was all alone, you see, surrounded by people like the Crandalls and that banker, Jim Archer. People who were nice to him only because they knew he had money.
Unlike you.
Do you by any chance know who Marcel is?
Marcel was what Josiah called his favorite hat.
His hat? The man named his hat?
He loved that hat, so to him, naming it made perfect sense.
Do you still have Marcel?
No, as a matter of fact, I gave that hat to Gloria Crandall. She said she was fond of the old fellow and wanted something to remember him by, although I suspect the real reason she wanted that hat was to see if he'd stashed any money in it.
I don't like him.
Josiah ordered something from the Krollmeister Crystal Company just before he passed away. Do you know if it ever arrived?
You must be talking about that chunk of quartz that came last winter. I still have it right here. Why?
Well, as a matter of fact, I'm a rock collector. Do you think I could have it?
Perhaps we can work something out. You see, amazing as this is going to sound, I am able to project my thoughts into another person's brain.
Is that so?
The only problem is, not everyone has the intellectual capacity to receive my thoughts. But since you have already demonstrated a high level of intelligence, yes, you may very well be the ideal subject.
Subject, as in experiment?
You are going to help me prove that I am telepathic. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to shuffle a deck which contains 5 sets of these cards. Then I'm going to turn my back, draw a card, look at it, and start transmitting my thoughts. When you receive my thoughts, you will identify the card I'm looking at. Once you correctly identify 5 cards in a row, I'll give you that piece of quartz.
But what if I can't do it?
Just stay focused on the cards and my superior brain power will do the rest. Very well, let's begin. What card am I looking at?
I think it's this one.
Wonderful. Here's another. What card am I concentrating on?
This one.
Wrong. Here's another. Do you know what card I'm looking at?
This one.
Marvelous. Here's another. What card am I thinking about?
I think it's this one.
Wrong. Here's another. This is which card?
This one.
Wrong. Well, you failed to correctly identify 5 in a row. Shall we continue?
You bet. Ready when you are.
Very well. Let's begin. This is which card?
This one.
You go, girl. Here's another. What card am I holding?
That "you go, girl" was like the fakest thing.
I think it's this one.
Marvelous. Here's another. Do you know what card I'm looking at?
This one.
Very good. Here's another. Which card am I thinking of?
See.
I think it's this one.
No, try again. What card am I concentrating on?
So concentrating. It's this one. Thinking must be this one.
This one.
Very good.
Oh my gosh. Whenever he picks up a particular card, he always says the same thing.
Well, you failed to correctly identify 5 in a row. Shall we continue?
You bet. Ready when you are.
Very well. Let's begin.
Got him.
What card am I thinking about?
Thinking is
This one.
Yes. Here's another. What card am I looking at?
This one.
Wonderful. Here's another. What card am I thinking about?
This one.
Wonderful. Here's another. Tell me, what card is this?
Tell me, what card is this?
I think it's this one.
Yes.
Okay.
Here's another. Do you know what card I'm looking at?
This one?
Very good.
Ha!
You did it. Well, actually, I did it. But in any case, thank you for your assistance. Here's the piece of crystal that Josiah ordered. Take it. You've earned it. Well, actually, I earned it, but let's not quibble.
Wow.
But Mr. Topham, you didn't really. I'm afraid that subconsciously you may have.
Yes?
Never mind.
Do you need anything else?
What do you think happened to the key to Josiah's safe deposit box?
Josiah no doubt lost it. He had a terrible memory, poor fellow.
Are you still looking for the key?
What's the point? No doubt it's filled with the same thing as this house. Junk. But if it's junk, why haven't I gotten rid of it, you may well ask. Well, I know it's silly to hang on to Josiah's things, but he was a wonderful man, you see, and I just don't have the heart to get rid of them. Too sentimental for my own good, I guess.
Do you mind if I look around some more?
Be my guest.
All right.
I'm finished with that. That's done. That's done. That's done. That's done. Check. Check. Check.
Okay, go to Mr. Waddell.
Check. I'm finished with that.
Ask Emily about the hat. Boomer says terrible memory. Good student.
I'm finished with that. That's done. Check. I'm finished with that. That's done. I'm finished with that. That's done.
Okay.
I'm finished with that. I'm finished with that. I'm finished with that. That's done. Check. Check. I'm finished with that.
Okay. I'm doing pretty good. Definitely should not keep playing for much longer, since we'll want like more for next week. I guess I'm doing the mini golf again. I lost my horse. I gave it to those kids. Again, almost a hole in one. Okay. Nope. Beep. Well, not making par on this one. Ouch.
I hit it too hard.
Don't complain, Nancy. Oh, come on. Okay. Golf is not my calling. Not even mini golf. I do love the little minecart for the golf ball. Yeah, not doing great. Come on! Oh man. That hurt. That hurts too. Why am I having so much trouble with this one? It's usually not my worst one. Whew. Would you say it makes you feel crabby? I might. Oh, I'm so not gonna get it on this one.
I hit it too hard. Hooray!
Oh my gosh, I made it by one. Okay. Hee. Okay. There's multiple colors too. We'll get those later. Alright. Alright, I just want to ask Emily about that hat.
Hi, Nancy. Would you happen to know where your mother put Josiah's favorite hat?
Look in the drawer right below me. That's where all Mom's mementos are.
I'll be back in a little bit.
Thanks again, Nancy.
Okay.
Maybe this is the key to Josiah's safe deposit box.
Alright, I'm wrapping up. So...
You don't need to look at everything in there, do you?
Sorry.
Okay. Alright. I'm actually going to save it and end it here. Oh. Alright. Gotta save some mystery for next week. Alright. Also, I need to make dinner. But alright. But you know what? Whoop. Come on. Hold up. I think we can do a raid, right? this will work. Alright. Hang on. I have to update my Twitch app real quick, I think. So hang on, I won't be able to see chat for a minute. BRB. Okay, Why does it keep saying that I need to run updates? I just ran updates. Okay. Swear every time I get around to running an update, it needs a new update. Up. Up. Alright, I want to see if I can do a raid. Will it let me? Okay. So, we're going to do a raid because Pip is streaming. So, we can pop over and raid Pip. So, I will be back tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern time. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'm so glad you're able to spend this time with me. And I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Have fun watching Pip draw characters, probably from D&D. She's chatty, she's friendly, it'll be fun. Bye, everybody.